Franklin TV Sports presents exciting Franklin High School girls basketball. Tonight from the beautiful Franklin High Gym in Franklin, Mass., the Franklin High Panthers with a record of 8-7 take on the Red Rocketeers of North Attleboro, who come to town with a record of 6-11. Hi neighbors, and welcome to our telecast. I'm Pete Royce. Working alongside, I'd like to introduce to you the Dean College Junior intern here at Franklin TV, Tyler Sumner. And Tyler, this is a matchup that on paper looks like Franklin could be favored, but you never know. That's why they play the game. But first of all, welcome to our show.
Appreciate you for having me, Pete. It's such an honor to be in your presence, as well as getting to call a fantastic of what should be a good basketball game, very competitive here. Both teams with not the best of records, but, however, close records.
And Franklin was positioning itself to make a playoff move. They have to finish above 500, and they're right now at 8-7. This is a big game in that. And for North Attleboro, well, they probably won't make the playoffs, but they're looking to finish the season strong. They've won their last 3 games. Franklin did play them earlier in the season, and Franklin won by 20, but this is an up-and-coming team that's gotten better as the season has gone on. And North Attleboro pressing a triple team on Fails, and they tie her up for a jump ball. And on the arrow, it'll go to North Attleboro.
Yeah, Pete, you just seen the full court press coming in early here by North Attleboro, something they've been good at very season, playing aggressively on defense.
Franklin playing the player-to-player defense. North Attleboro with its first offensive series. Charette down low. This is Katie Corsetti, the lone senior on the team. This is a young team. We'll talk about that as we go along. Back to the top from Malinka. We'll talk about her when we have a chance. Down low, this is Corsetti. A 3-ball from the left side is good. Up and good by Mary Ellen Charette. 3-0 North.
Yeah, Pete, that's one thing Mary Ellen Chanette has been good for all season. If you get her outside the arc where she's wide open, give her the shot and she's going to knock it in.
The foul is going to be called, and the scrum for the ball. It's on Charette, who got the 3-ball, and now the first foul of the game. And they're checking to be sure that McCallum is okay. She took a hard hit, and it'll be a timeout on the court just to regroup, and McCallum will have to come out. Nora McCallum, not sure exactly what she's favoring there. She might have taken a blow to the knee or possibly the stomach area. She's going to be replaced by Elena Malamina. We'll talk about Malamina for Franklin and Malinka for North Attleboro when there's a pause in the action. Ball in bounds to El Bonacci. It's a zone defense. Looks like a 1-2-2 zone. This is McSweeney. She penetrates, lays it up, no good. Rebound. Bonacci ties up the ball for an arrow, and it's going to stay with the Panthers. Nice hustle by El Bonacci.
Yeah, Pete, one thing we talked about coming into this game was going to be the aggressiveness of the North Attleboro defense.
This is Malamina, tries to get rid of it. She's tied up, and she's going to turn it over. And that's the aggressiveness right there by North Attleboro. This is Sam Sweeney on the left side from Malinka, cross court for Pratt. Bounced off the knee of Sweeney. She recovers and drives. Pulls up for the short jump shot. No good. Rebound Malamina for Bonacci. There's that double team. Well, I want to tell you, there are 2 Ukrainian refugees in this game right now, 1 on each team. For Franklin, Elena Malamina, the senior, and for North Attleboro, they have a refugee, a 5'7" freshman, Uli Malinka, and they know each other from the Ukraine, which is an interesting story. Both refugees taken in by local homes here in the States.
And those are always heartwarming stories, Pete, as we go back to action now with Franklin having possession of the ball.
Kaylee Fernandez is in the game for the Panthers. This is Bonacci for McSweeney in the paint. She drives, floats one up and good. Kira McSweeney opens up the scoring for Franklin.
And Pete, that's one thing McSweeney's going to do all game, as she's one of the taller girls on this Franklin High team. She's going to use her size to advantage in the paint.
She just didn't stole the ball. Tracy, bounce pass for Fernandez. She drops it, now goes up, no. Rebound Bonacci, she's tied up, and it's going to be a whistle, and on the arrow this time, it'll go to North Attleboro. Bonacci couldn't clear it, did get the rebound, and on the arrow, it'll go to North Attleboro. The Red Rocketeers, coached by first-year coach Ashley Capella. Franklin coached by veteran John Layton. Nice tip by Bonacci, and she knocks it out of bounds. John Layton, the graduate from the University of Maine for Franklin, now in his 20th year at the helm of the Panthers. What a legacy he's built here in Franklin. 5:43 to go in the first. 3-2. Low-scoring start to this one. North Attleboro on top. This is Corsetti, the lone senior. How about that? To Malinka from Ukraine. The shot is good. The 3-ball by the Ukrainian refugee. And it's a 4-point lead, the largest lead of the game for North.
Absolutely, and Malinka just letting that one just fly from the top of the key, and it was a beautiful swish.
And the ball bounces off the foot of Kaylee Fernandez. And Coach John Layton, he needs to take a timeout. Oh, there's one other dimension I want to talk about as it's 6-2, and that is that Franklin is coached by John Layton, and the sixth player, the first player off the bench for Coach Ashley Capella of North Attleboro, is Coach Layton's daughter, Amelia Layton. How about that for a family dynamic? His daughter is on the opposing team, and there's a lot of fans from the Layton family, and they're dressed in Red Rocketeer red here tonight.
Well, as Steve Harvey once said, we have a family feud going on tonight.
How can they resolve the discussion at the dinner table? Coach, I was talking to Coach John Layton about it. He said, well, we don't talk about strategy and about, game planning, what you're going to do. We talk about the finer points of the game, like what's the art of rebounding? How do you make a good free throw? So he leaves the rest of the stuff over to North Attleboro's coach, Ashley Capella, in her first year. And Coach Layton very high on the abilities of Ashley Capella to coach his daughter and the rest of the North Attleboro Red Rocketeers.
Absolutely, and Coach Layton's daughter, if there's anybody that has the insight of how her dad coaches on that Attleboro team, it's Coach Layton's daughter.
She's been around the game a long time. Here we go, North with the ball and the lead. This is Malinka. It's over the timeline to Sweeney. She draws a double team. The ball is loose. The dive on the court, and it's still loose, and now it's a timeout called by Capella. Heads up call of timeout by Ashley Capella. And 5:07 to go here in this one. First period, 6-2. Pete Royce and Tyler Sumner. Our producer, our director, our camera operator tonight is Chris Leverone. So glad you're with us, fans, here. We're streaming live on YouTube, and we're also live on Franklin TV. 5:07 to go. We'll have some statistics here. Franklin on three-point shots hasn't taken one yet, and here's the key of the game. North Attleboro, 6 points, 2 for 2 from the three-point line.
Absolutely, and another key to the game here that I want to talk about too, Pete, that we've seen quite early is both teams are being very physical and aggressive. They are both playing well perimeter inside defense, and also Franklin looking to try to find that perimeter defense outside the arc to contain North Attleboro from this three, but so far it hasn't looked like that, as all 6 points for North Attleboro have come off back-to-back threes.
3 turnovers for Franklin resulted in one of those 3 balls for North Attleboro. Our statistician tonight working remotely is Stephen Roysowicz. 5:07 to go. First period. North with the ball in the lead. This is Sweeney. Now drops it for Charette to the top of the key for Pratt. It comes now to Corsetti. Back to Corsetti in the paint. She backpedals, puts it up. No. Rebound tipped away from Malamina to Chloe Fales. Back to Elena Malamina. Fales against the zone defense. McSweeney down low for Fernandez. She's bottled up. It's on the floor. It's loose, and Fales saves it to Fernandez. It's still loose, and North Attleboro has it. They have a breakaway. This is Sam Sweeney. She drives up. No good. Rebound Malamina. She saves it to Tracy. A frenetic pace to this game. 6-2, 4:19 to go. A 3-ball by Tracy is good. Sasha Tracy with the first 3 for Franklin.
Absolutely, Pete. The senior captain, Sasha Tracy, who stands at 5'7", giving the Panthers their much-needed get-back point in this game.
The steal by Tracy, and the 2-point shot is good. Franklin by 1, the first lead change in the game. Tracy with 5 straight points in the matter of 10 seconds. A 3-ball the other way by Pratt. That's good. And the lead swings back over to North by 2. Second lead change in the last 30 seconds. The ball is almost stolen. Out of bounds, a heavy contact, and no foul there as Fernandez was banged hard by Pratt, but no call. The officials for tonight's game are Mark Dre and Steve Bono. Malamina and McSweeney go out, and coming in, McCallum is back in. That's good. She was injured earlier, and also Bonacci's back in the game. This is McCallum for Tracy. Loops it over to McCallum. Nice catch by Nora. Double team. Bounce pass. Another bounce pass. Down low for Fales. Her shot is blocked. Out of bounds. Franklin with the ball. What an aggressive defense by North Attleboro. Constantly, Tyler, double teaming the ball.
Absolutely, and that's what North Attleboro is trying to do, because for North Attleboro, this is a must-win game for them.
Down low, the try by Fales, no good. Rebound loose, Bonacci has it, dishes it out. McCallum can't hold it, and it goes out of bounds.
And Pete, I'd like to go back to that. A must-win game for North Attleboro, but also a must-win game for Franklin if they want to have any chances at making the playoffs to stay at 500.
Yeah, they need this win big time. They have some tough games coming up. We'll talk about that later. The shot is up and good by Sweeney. Sweeney, that's the first standard field goal in the game. Up till now, they had 3 triples, and now the regulation 2. Tracy back for the Panthers, under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Looks like now a 1-2-2 zone defense. Bonacci for Fales in the paint. Bounce pass down low for Fernandez, up and good. Kaylee Fernandez on the assist there by Chloe Fales. 2-point game, near steal. Ball's out of bounds. It's going to be Franklin with the ball. Chloe Fales turned it in and forced it off North Attleboro.
And Pete, that was a beautiful, beautiful find by number 5, Chloe Fales, to number 24, Kiara McSweeney.
The Panthers will have it under the North Attleboro hoop. Bounce pass, Fales, up and good, and she's fouled on the play. Our first tie of the game. The foul is on Sweeney, her first, only the second team foul. And Chloe Fales with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. We've had 4 of the other varieties tonight. Shot is no good. Rebound loose and controlled by Charette. Stolen by Fales again. Chloe, right side, out deep. Fernandez for 3. It's no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Bonacci tied up and on the arrow. It'll stay with Franklin.
Franklin scoring much-needed points in this, getting good steals and also getting very good shot selection as well for the Panthers. North Attleboro has to look to try to get the ball over half court if they want a chance to take the lead again.
Over right for Malamina. Her shot hits the side of the backboard, and now it's on the floor. There's an aggressive, nice dish. Malamina for 3. It's no good. We had to wait. Offensive rebound for the Panthers to Fales. Dishes it back. McCallum for 3. It's in the air. It's no good. Rebound. Malamina knocks over her own teammate. And the ball is picked up in there by Brewer. And she throws it away. And you're right, Tyler. The North Attleboro Red Rocketeers having trouble getting the ball above midcourt.
Absolutely, Pete. And it's going on just about 3 minutes that North Attleboro has been on the opposing side on the defense for Franklin.
And into the game is John Layton's daughter, Amelia Layton, for North Attleboro, wearing number 15. This is Malamina. Tie game down low. Kira McSweeney, the left-handed shot is good by McSweeney, and Franklin has a lead of 2. It's its largest lead. 1:27 to go. Double team in the backcourt. Still not over. And this try for the steal by McSweeney comes up short. Malinka, 3 ball on the left side. That's no good. Rebound, Malamina. She's been good off the boards for Fales. 1:12 to go. Chloe, stutter step move. Dishes it for McSweeney. Back to Malamina. Nice fake. Malamina, though, lost the dribble. Cross court, Fales for 3. It's in the air. It's good.
And Pete, Chloe Fales is just going on an absolute tear right now within her first 3 minutes of just getting the ball.
The steal by Fales, right on cue, Tyler. Chloe Fales. Franklin on a 9-point run. Malamina will not shoot. Neither will Bonacci. Fails will launch it for three. That's no good. Rebound on the floor. The tie-up and the jump again. The battle for every loose ball is classic out here tonight.
And right now, Pete, I think you have to say Chloe Fales is being the player of the game right now for the Franklin Panthers.
No doubt about it. 5 points, tied with Tracy in that department. And they get it. This is Layton, Amelia Layton. She drives, lays it up and good. The coach's daughter, the other coach, Layton with her first two.
And of course, Layton giving the much-ended end to a run by the Panthers.
Yep, a 9-point run. That ends it. They went from 4 down. The shot there is no good by McSweeney to 5 up. And now Layton's basket cuts it down to 3. The tip by Fales. Recovered in there by Malinka, and she'll drop it over to the freshman, Cuzzy. The shot is no good, and that's the buzzer. What an incredible, competitive first half. Franklin with 16. They trailed by as many as 4, and they led by as many as 5. The first quarter comes to a close with the score, Franklin 16 and North Attleboro 13. Game of 3 balls early. Of the North Attleboro 13 points, 9 have come from three-point land. And Franklin has had 2 3 balls, 1 by Tracy and 1 by Fales. 4 points by McSweeney, 2 by Fernandez. We'll take a look at some of the statistics here. 3-point shots now. Franklin, remember, started 0 for 2. They're now 2 for 6. But look at this, North Attleboro, 3 for 4. How often do you shoot 75% from three-point land? That's really incredible. Small sample, but still a great start for North.
Absolutely, Pete. And to answer that question, unless you have Steph Curry or Klay Thompson on your team, I think it's very
Caitlin Clark.
Or Caitlin Clark as well. I think it's very unlikely. North Attleboro putting on a great display for shooting. However, they are still struggling to get the ball over half court.
One other key statistic, we thank Stephen for this one. Franklin with 6 offensive rebounds. They've rebounded 54% of their missed shots. That is an incredible statistic. And North Attleboro yet with 0 offensive rebounds. We start the second period. 16-13 Franklin. McSweeney in the paint for Malinka. Malamina up and good from McSweeney. Malamina with 2.
And another, Malamina, one of the tallest, I believe is the tallest on the Franklin Panthers, just using her size to advantage, getting that nice up and in for 2.
She's about 5'10", maybe 5'11". Another high basketball IQ. Her dad is a coach of basketball in Kiev, Ukraine. The drive there, the left-hander shot by Malinka, no good, and the arrow was going to give the ball to North Attleboro. Layton, Amelia with the rebound for North Attleboro. 18-13. Incredible. This game, Tyler, has the intensity of a playoff game.
It sure does, Pete. And right now, if I'm Franklin, I don't think you try to shoot the 3 ball. I think you keep using the inside area as well as the perimeter defense to put this game away for Franklin.
Malinka with the 3 misses. Bonacci with a nice save to Malamina, and it's a careless pass there, and it's deflected and taken back by Charette of North Attleboro. Charette, she fakes the 3. Now the baseline free throw jump shot, no good. Rebound, Bonacci. She tips it over to Sasha Tracy for Bonacci. Top of the key for McSweeney. Left side for Malamina. Back for Tracy. Right side into the paint. McCallum can't go to work. Back out to Tracy. 20 on the shot clock. Franklin by 5. This is McSweeney, left side for Malamina. She drives, can't shoot. McCallum drops the ball for Tracy. 10 to shoot. Tracy for McSweeney, for Malamina. 5 to shoot. On the left side, McCallum up, no, and she draws the foul. They ran the clock down to 2 seconds and drew the foul on Mary Ellen Charette.
Although the basket didn't fall for number 22, Nora McCallum, I liked that play a lot because of the fact that she used her size to get to the free throw line, which is going to be key here for Franklin in this game.
2 free throws for McCallum. First one is good. That is the first made free throw. Franklin's only shot 1 other, a miss. Franklin with its largest lead at 6. 19-13, 124 into the second period. Second free throw rims out. The rebound there, up and good by Sasha Tracy. The leading scorer on the team adds two. Franklin by 8. This is Amelia Layton. Top of the key. Trying to shoot is Charette. She cannot. It goes through the fingertips and through the legs of Malinka and out of bounds. And Tracy and Mallory Santos comes in. Malamina and McSweeney go out for Coach John Layton.
Yeah, Pete, and there's often a saying, feed the hot hand. I think you have to feed the hot hands with Tracy and Fales in this game for the Franklin Panthers.
Tracy leading all scorers with 7. This is Santos. Her ball is tipped away and stolen. Here comes North Attleboro with it. This is Charette. A drive here, and let's see what they're going to call. They're going to call a foul on McCallum. That one I thought could go either way, but Steve Bono is going to but call a foul on McCallum, a regular foul, that's for sure. The first foul of the quarter. Layton will get it out deep. This is Charette. Drops it for Malinka. Left wing, back on the side. Layton, a little jump shot is no good. Rebound by Bonacci. Left side. McCallum fills the lane up. No, and she's fouled on the play again. This one is going to go on Olivia Brewer. I think. It's Brewer, her first. And Nora McCallum back at the line shooting 2. She's 1 for 2 from the stripe here tonight. North Attleboro has not shot a free throw yet.
And
Good.
If I'm North Attleboro, Pete, you have to find a way to get to that free throw line to get any points you could get.
6-point run and counting for Franklin. Second free throw for McCallum. That one's also good. So she's 3 for 4. All of her points have come from the line. Franklin with its largest lead of the game at 10. Ball is down. A jump ball call. They tied up North. And on the arrow, again, they can't get the ball over midcourt. Franklin will get it on the turnover. 5:36 to go. Franklin somehow has managed a 10-point lead. It has been tough. Tracy, cross-court pass for Fales. She draws a double team. It's deflected and stolen by Malinka. Yuli Malinka, their Ukrainian refugee. And she's only a freshman. The Franklin refugee is a junior. This is Pratt, out of bounds. It's going to be Franklin ball.
And Pete, if you notice one thing that I just picked up on too, before the ball was even out of the hands, number 5, Chloe Fales, always looking to steal that ball. She's always on the move, really giving a veteran presence as she is a junior here on that defensive side of the basketball for Franklin.
McCallum, yeah, that's a good point. Anticipating, knowing where the ball's going to be and making your move. The ball was bounced out. A turnover against Franklin. Here comes Pratt. Pratt, nice move, lays it up, no good. Rebound fails. Chloe pulls up a dribble to McCallum. Nora into front court with it. Drops it back for Fales to the top for Santos. Cross-court pass, McCallum. She drives. The left-handed floater is good by Nora McCallum. Her first field goal. Franklin by 12. It's a 9-point run. That ties for their second 9 of the game. What a steal by Tracy from the seat of her pants.
I don't know how Tracy managed to keep onto that ball, Pete.
Santos for Fernandez in the paint. She does not shoot, and she throws a backcourt violation. The ball will come back out of bounds. It'll go to North Attleboro. The beautiful play by Tracy. Tremendous. She's probably their best athlete, Tyler, and you can see why. Those quick hands and quick feet, just a great knack for the game of basketball.
Absolutely. I want to go back to that last point that number 5, Nora McCallum, scored. A beautiful bucket by number 22, Nora McCallum, just with that carry and inside Euro step a little bit.
Here's Layton over for Pratt. Nice move by Pratt. She lays it up and in. And that breaks a 5-point run, a 9-point run. 2 9-point runs for Franklin. And now a double dribble called. I believe, there on Santos. On the turnover, it'll go over to North. Can they mount a run? They trail by as many as 12. It's down to 10 again. Inbounding it is Amelia Layton. Finds a player all alone. The shot up, no good. Rebound tip for, it's going to be North Attleboro ball.
And Pete, one thing I think that North Attleboro needs to do with Coach Ashley Keppa is call a timeout soon and regroup.
This is Pratt. She'll drop it for the shot there by Corsetti, no good. Rebound fails. Fails is also a good rebounder. Up for Tracy. Sasha Tracy, a game-high 7 points. Malamina. Tracy now. Santos. Fails. Has it stolen. Picked off in there by Malinka. Yuli Malinka takes it coast to coast. Free throw jump shot, no good. Rebound tipped away and Fernandez has it, the freshman. Kaylee. She'll keep her dribble across the midcourt stripe. 3:22 left in the quarter. Franklin by 10. Malamina for fails. Left side, Tracy for three. It's too strong. No, it hit the rim and bounced in. I beg your pardon. A 3-ball. Franklin with its largest lead, and Tracy has 10. Charette back for North Attleboro. For Pratt, Ava around a screen, drops it in the corner for Sweeney. Sweeney backpedaling, the turnaround shot, no good. Layton is going to be committing a foul, an offensive foul on Amelia Layton. Her first. 28-15. Franklin with its largest lead at 13. They had it at 12. After a 9-point run, then North Attleboro scored 2. Now Franklin with a 3-ball. This is Malamina for El Bonacci. For Santos. For Tracy, she was pushed, no call. Fernandez shoots, no foul. Layton with the rebound for North Attleboro, and she's going to be fouled by Bonacci. El Bonacci, a little anxious there, commits the foul. Only the third foul of the quarter for Franklin. Or the second foul. Each quarter, you get 5 fouls, and on the 5th, the fouls team gets to shoot 2. New rule this year. No 1-and-1 anymore. This is Layton. Amelia, the sophomore for North Attleboro. The Franklin coach's daughter, back for Pratt. Charette, a nice weave going here from Malinka. Rather, Corsetti, she stops and pops. It's good. Katie Corsetti, the captain, co-captain, drops it in.
Yeah, Katie Corsetti getting a nice layup right off the glass, falling in. A much-needed point for North Attleboro here.
Fernandez back for the Panthers. They're up by 11. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. A turnaround, a turnover. Back to Pratt. Pratt drives, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Bonacci. Fast break, Malamina. Malamina with those long strides. She shoots up and good. What a shot on the dead run by Elena Malamina. A beautiful hoop. Here comes Layton back for North. Frantic pace to this game. Corsetti just scored for North. Left side for Pratt. Ava on the right wing for Sweeney. Picked up by Mick Sweeney. Sweeney against Mick Sweeney. Pratt. Charette. 13 to shoot. Layton will launch the 3-ball. That's good. Amelia Layton drops in a triple. And the lead is down to 10 again.
And Coach Layton of the Franklin Panthers, does not look too happy that his daughter scored right in front of him.
Well, I'm sure tonight after dinner he'll congratulate her. It's going to be a foul, I believe, here on Layton. It's her second foul, 4th foul of the team in the quarter. Next one Franklin will shoot unless it's an offensive foul. Franklin by 10, 1:03 to go. For Tracy, nice catch in the paint. She'll launch the 3-ball. Tracy, it's no good. Rebound, McSweeney. McSweeney puts it up. And what's going to be the call? Franklin ball deflected off of the Red Rocketeers. McSweeney battles down low. She's only 5'5", but she plays the game taller than that. Bonacci tries to get it in. She's got to hurry. Gets it over to Tracy. New shot clock. Sasha in the paint, comes all the way through. No, and she's going to shoot 2. I think the foul's going to be on Brewer, her second. Olivia with her second foul. And Sasha Tracy with 11 points can make it 12.
Absolutely, Pete. And whatever school decides to pick up Sasha Tracy is going to be getting a very hard-working offensive and defensive basketball player.
Absolutely. She's the Panthers' leading scorer, averaging about 14 a game. One more free throw coming for Sasha. And that one is no good. Deep rebound. Amelia Layton gets it. Layton. Cross-court pass for Brewer. She'll launch the three ball. That's no good. Rebound tipped around. It's going to be picked up by Pratt. Quick hands by Pratt. And now almost a steal there by McSweeney. Off of McSweeney. And Sweeney will put it in bounds. 36.2 to go. 30 on the shot clock for North. Down by 10, hanging around is North Attleboro for Charette. Ava Pratt. Crossover with Layton. Now Layton gets the ball. For Pratt. 15 to shoot. A jump shot there by Pratt is off to the glass and good. I don't know if she called it, but it counts. It's an 8-point lead. Down low, McSweeney. She'll drop for Malamina. The three ball there. That's too strong. Rebound, battle for it, and controlled by Charette. Fast break, driving on the left wing. The shot, no, and the buzzer sounds. A little burst of activity here to end the first half. It was a 5-point run to close out the quarter for North Attleboro. They were down by 13, and now they're down by 8. A 5-point run to close out the quarter. You have to give North Attleboro credit. They could have maybe looked the other way. They were down by 13 at one point. Now we have a reasonable ball game at 8. Good first half.
Very strong first half here for the Franklin Panthers. This time I got it correct, Pete. And going into half, I think Coach Keppa of North Attleboro has to make some very critical and crucial adjustments and adjust a new game plan if North Attleboro wants to get back in this and hopefully pull out with a win.
Let's take a look at some statistics here. North Attleboro shooting 57% from three-point land. That's what's kept them into the game. 4 out of 7. Franklin 3 out of 9. So they've have 9 points to 12 from three-point land. Total rebounds. This is the advantage for Franklin, 21 to 11. Franklin with 8 offensive rebounds, 50% of their missed shots they're rebounding. And for North Attleboro, 3 offensive rebounds. They're rebounding only 18% of their missed shots. Turnovers, Franklin 13. That's way too high of a number. North Attleboro 10. Franklin's turned the ball over 38% of the time. North Attleboro 30% of the time. Points off turnovers. North Attleboro 7. Franklin 6. And 1 tie, 3 lead changes. Wow, it's a lot of numbers there. This has the makings of a playoff-type atmosphere, and both teams looking for positioning in the playoffs, and we'll see what adjustments the two coaches make. John Layton for Franklin and Ashley Capea for North Attleboro. We're going to pause here in our coverage, and we'll be back in 8 minutes for the start of the second half. You're watching exciting Franklin High basketball on Franklin TV and streaming around the country on YouTube. We'll be back in about 8 minutes. Welcome back to the beautiful Franklin High Gym. We're at halftime, almost ready to lift off the second half. Pete Royce with you, Tyler Sumner making his debut on Franklin TV. We welcome him aboard. Dean College Jr. Also our producer tonight is Chris Leverone. Well, one key statistic, as Stephen puts up the numbers, Tyler, even though North Attleboro shot 57% from three, they only shot 26% from the standard two. They need to complement their outside game with some penetration, some shots close to the paint. The mid-range game is escaped the North Attleboro team. If they put that together, who knows? This is would be more than an 8-point deficit. Less than an 8-point deficit they'd have to overcome.
Absolutely, Pete. You know, North Attleboro just really not even as much effort on the two, as much effort as they're putting into the three ball. They're shooting more consistent from three than they are from the two or mid-range or inside the box. However, another key thing I want to talk about here too is the turnovers. Franklin, believe it or not, has more turnovers than North Attleboro with 13 versus North Attleboro's 10. So if I'm North Attleboro in this, stay where you're at on the turnovers. However, if I'm Franklin, work less on the turnovers.
And interesting, Amelia Layton will get the start in the second half. So Coach Capella not going with her first starting five, but she's inserted Layton, who's given them a bit of a spark. Here's a three ball by Pratt. It's no good. Rebound tipped away by Malinka off of her. And the ball will go to the Panthers. Just the start of the second half. Franklin beginning to try to get some distance, but they can't separate from North Attleboro. It's a strong defense for the Red Rocketeers, for Tracy, and she'll slow it down. Cross-court pass from McCallum. For Fails, takes a bump, no call. Back to McCallum. What a save by Nora. Down low for McSweeney. She's in the paint. She drives through, lays it up and in. A great play there by Kira McSweeney.
Beautiful, beautiful play by Kira McSweeney on that play. And Pete, back to the game here. North Attleboro is finally getting on the other side of the court.
Yeah, they had trouble in the first half. This is Malinka. For Layton, she'll take the three ball. Miss it. Too strong. Rebound McCallum. Nora, a steady player, chipped in with 5 first half points. Tracy drives the baseline, reverse layup, hits the underneath side of the backboard and cleared out in there by Charette. For Amelia Layton, you can see her basketball savvy on the court. The coach's daughter, the other coach's daughter. This is Malinka. For Charette. Franklin in that player-to-player defense. Pratt. For Layton, Amelia drops it down low for Charette. Cutter's coming through the lane. Back out top, and a foul called here. A travel called. Once again, the Franklin defense forces a turnover.
And that was a great call by our official there. Pretty obvious travel for North Attleboro. But I want to talk about Sasha Tracy again as the ball checks back in, Joe. Absolutely phenomenal game from her tonight.
Tracy gets it over to Fails. Chloe puts the ball on the deck over to Bernacci. Double team. There's that double team. Fails with a nice catch. Fails for McCallum. For Tracy, she dropped the ball. Players dropping the ball. Fails will launch the three and miss it. Rebound down low. McSweeney's got it. She's in the paint, and she's fouled on the play.
That was a beautiful pump fake there by number 5, Chloe Fails. It just looked like as soon as she took that sudden stutter step to the other side, her feet weren't planted enough, and I believe that's why the shot didn't go in fully.
And the foul was on Amelia Layton, and she'll go out. She now has 3 fouls, and she's replaced by Sam Sweeney. So Layton, Amelia with 3, and she's on the bench. Bernacci cannot get the ball in play. That's a 5-second violation. You have to have a mental clock ticking in your head, Tyler, and that time it went off before the clock in her head went off.
Absolutely, Pete.
Double team, Charette, and a travel call. McSweeney and Tracy tie up Charette, and she's called for steps.
Yeah, Pete, it's almost a tale of 2 stories, if you will. North Attleboro in the first half was doing what Franklin is doing to North Attleboro in the second half with the press.
Tracy lays it up and in. Great inside position by Tracy. Tipped away by Fales, and Fales wins the ball. She tipped it off Pratt. That's just a heady play by Chloe Fales and Steve Bono, the referee, right on the play. After a 5-point run, Franklin has run 4 straight. Back for Bonacci. Her drive, her layup, no. Rebound cleared out of there and a foul on Bonacci. That's not a good foul on Elle. That's her second. Aggressive defense. Look at this full court pressure defense by the Panthers. It's stolen by Tracy, up no good. Rebound Tracy, no, it's ripped down by Charette. And a turnover here. Charette was very aggressive, but her release was not good to Pratt. And another turnover.
And Pete, we go back to that again, what happened in the first half. North Attleboro, again, cannot get the ball over to their side of the court to struggle and score.
It's a big factor in this one. Fails. Bonacci. McCallum, she can't get the bounce pass away. And it's picked off in there by Sweeney. Samantha Sweeney drops it. Stutter step Corsetti, a travel called again on Corsetti. 16 turnovers against North Attleboro now. Remember, they had 10 at halftime. Up in front for Fales. Chloe in the paint. Kicks it back out. Tracy cannot shoot. Everybody being double teamed. Fales for 3. It's no good. Rebound Tracy in heavy traffic. She goes up with it, and she's going to shoot 2. In heavy traffic, Tracy drew the foul.
Yeah, a good foul draw from Tracy. And Joe, another thing we want to look at here is North Attleboro has only scored once in this entire second half so far, in this entire third period. And as Sasha Tracy makes that free throw there, Pete, sorry about that. It's just, what is going to happen if North Attleboro cannot get the other side of the ball to their half?
That's the key part. But credit the aggressiveness of Franklin. Both teams very tough defensively. In that respect, they're a mirror image of each other. Not a lot of height on each team. Second free throw for Tracy. She's got 13. She's got 14 points right now. Franklin by 14. I believe this is their largest lead of the game. Yes, it is. Their largest lead at 14. In the paint, it's going to be a foul. A good hoop. And they're going to call McCallum for the foul. She thought that she had drawn the offensive foul.
McCallum did think that she drew the offensive foul, but from where I was looking at it, McCallum's feet were not fully planted as she was still in transition there. A good call by our officials here tonight.
Officials Steve Bono and Mark Dre. That was Bono who made that call. The basket was good, and it's missed on the free throw by Sam Sweeney. But she does get the 2. 36-24, Franklin by 12, 4:40 to go. Pete Royce with you, Tyler Sumner alongside. McCallum in the paint. It's physical down there. Malamina from McCallum. She's got to shoot. She does, and this time she draws the foul, and she's helped up in an act of sportsmanship by Mary Ellen Crosetti. And Crosetti had committed the foul. So Nora McSweeney, who's been at the line 4 times, will shoot 5 and 6. She's 3 for 4 so far from the stripe. Nora McCallum misses, front rims it. And Kaylee Fernandez comes in, and going out is Elle Bonacci for Coach John Layton.
And Pete, one thing I want to talk about here too real quick is North Attleboro has to get points.
McCallum makes the second one. So she's 4 for 8 from the stripe. 4 for 6. Pressure defense here. Sweeney tries to beat the press. It's tipped away by McCallum. Nice catch by Malinka. Yuli Malinka drops it over to Olivia Brewer. They swing it on the right side. This is Malinka. Baseline up and under. And no good. Rebound there. A rare offensive rebound, but a miss. And on the arrow, Fernandez comes down with it, and she'll win the ball on the alternating possession to the Franklin High Panthers. McSweeney comes in, and McCallum goes out for Coach John Layton. 4:03 left, third period, 37-24, Franklin on top. So glad you're with us, fans, on Franklin TV and streaming on YouTube. Malinka, nice dish for Fales, up and good. The assist to Malinka. Fales with her 7th point of the game. Franklin by 15. This is their largest lead.
A 15-point lead, very large here for the Franklin High.
They
Panthers.
won by 20 in the first game, but this is a different North Attleboro team. Fales just comes in and ties it up. Her hands are so quick. On the arrow, it'll stay with North Attleboro, but Franklin will get the next one. Chloe Fales. Just incredible athleticism for Fales. For Sweeney, inbounds to Malinka. For Brewer, 2-shot by Pratt. Malinka up for the rebound, and she's fouled on the play. So the foul's beginning to add up. That one is on Malinka, her first, but it's the 4th team foul. Still 3:29 to go in the quarter. Franklin might be shooting some free throws this period. Malamina with the fake and the shot. Oh, I love the little head fake. The little head fake drew the defense away as she found the lane and dropped it in. Malamina with 6, and that's a unforced turnover again. Charette sends it to the second row of the bleachers below us.
Looking for audience participation there, Pete.
Good call, Tyler. Good call. Can you keep the ball if it lands in the stands?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either. Chloe Fales back for Franklin to Tracy. McSweeney in heavy traffic, and she loses the ball. And I'll tell you, Charette not afraid to mix it up down low. She's a junior, Mary Ellen Charette, 5'10" on the arrow. It'll stay with the Panthers with under 3 to go in the third. Not easy here tonight for Tracy. She drives, stutter step move, it's blocked, gets her own rebound, and she's going to get 2. Tracy with a nice offensive rebound. That's what the Panthers are doing tonight.
Yeah, Panthers are moving the ball great, and they're getting to the free throw line, which is kind of opposite of what North Attleboro is doing. Often irony would describe this game. Isn't that right, Pete?
North Attleboro, to your point, Tyler, has not made a free throw tonight. And speaking of not making, when Sasha just misses, Franklin has made 6. North Attleboro hasn't shot but 1. That's why they don't have many free throws. They have none. Tracy, she gets the bullseye.
Yeah, and one thing I want to point out real quick, Pete, is Franklin is just 16 for 35 on field goals tonight.
Yeah, it's under 500, but they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds and a lot of steals like this one. Unbelievable on the turnover department. Franklin, 11 offensive rebounds to North Attleboro, 4 in the game. That is a huge factor. We thank our statistician, Stephen Royce, working remotely. Stephen just back from a golf trip to Orlando. Back to the top for Fales, left wing for Malamina. Down low for Fernandez. The defense swarms and they steal it. Now stolen again by McSweeney. 1 steal apiece on that exchange. Fales drives. No, she's going to get 2. Foul on Charette. That's 3 on her. And that's going to be the 5th foul. It doesn't matter because there's 2 shots anyway for Chloe Fales. Franklin by 18, their largest lead of the night. Free throw there is no good. Talking to Coach Capella before the game, they had, they have a losing record. They had a span of 3 games which they played Franklin, Oliver Ames, and North Attleboro and King Philip. 3 top teams. The free throw was good by Fales, so she's got 8. And she said when they played those teams, each one of those teams was red hot. The foul on McSweeney here, I do believe. Yep. She said they were so hot that they had everything they could just to keep up with the torrid pace each of those 3 teams put up, and that caused them to lose 3 in a row. So she thinks now their shots are starting to fall, but not so much tonight.
No, that's right.
Redirection backwards for North Attleboro. Only 24 points as we come close to the end of the third period. Malinka, the Ukrainian refugee, the freshman. She knows Malamina, the refugee for Franklin. 3 ball by Layton is good. Amelia Layton with her 2nd triple. And she now has 8. She had, I think, 10 or 13 in the first game between Franklin. Playing against her dad, John Layton, the legendary coach for Franklin, and the near steal and the steal. The steal by Brewer. Drives the lane, is blocked by Bonacci. A great block by El Bonacci. I'm sorry, it was Sweeney with the drive, and a timeout called by Franklin. 1:46 to go in the third. Franklin 43, North Attleboro 27. Not a lot of points for North Attleboro in this period. 5, and for Franklin 13. So Franklin stretches the lead.
Absolutely, and not really a strong display of shooting again tonight here, Pete, from the Franklin High Panthers, as they are only 3 of 11, which is 27% on 3 points, and 16 for 35 on field goals, which is 45%. So as far as rebounds go, though, the Franklin High Panthers are out rebounding North Attleboro with a total of 29 to 15.
Almost a 2-to-1 ratio. The Franklin 2-point shooting percentage at 45%, that's not bad, because Attleboro is only 32% from the standard 2-point shot place on the field. Let's take a look at the scoring summaries. For Franklin, leading scorer is Sasha Tracy with 14. They have 4 players with 6 or 8, so they have a bunch of players. They're spreading the wealth, are the Panthers. And for North Attleboro, the leading scorer is Amelia Layton off the bench with 8, and Ava Pratt is 7. I asked Coach Capella, would she start Layton? She said her role to the team is very valuable, providing a spark off the bench, and that's the role she's played. She's played it to perfection with 8 points tonight, and she's their leading scorer off the bench. Point well made by Coach Capella. Brewer for Charette. She drops it back for Malinka. Malinka will launch the 3 ball. That's no good. The ball almost got stuck, but Fernandez gets the rebound for Franklin, the freshman, Kaylee Fernandez. What good minutes she's had this year, only a freshman. Franklin JV's won tonight, by the way. McSweeney in the paint. She's got to get rid of the ball, and that's a 3-second call. She tried to get Fernandez, but she was well covered, and she forgot she was in the paint, so a violation against the Panthers. Franklin with the pressure defense. Layton has it. Amelia picks up her dribble. Up court, it's tipped and stolen. Santos has it. The tip by McSweeney. McSweeney launches the 3 ball. It's no good. Rebound, McCallum. Huge rebound. Fernandez, and she's called for traveling. A lot of times you see the players, before they launch, they just drag a foot. They forget to put the ball on the court.
Yeah, sometimes they forget, but other times when they don't forget, sometimes it can be a great shot selection, Joe. Pete, sorry about that.
Bounce pass to Layton. Amelia up court for Sweeney. Under a minute to go in the third period. Franklin by 16. They led by as many as 18. Amelia for 3. That's no good. Rebound McSweeney. 39 seconds to go. Third quarter. Franklin with 16. The largest lead was 18 a few minutes ago, maybe a minute ago. McSweeney in the paint again. She's got to be careful. She's still in there. 3 ball. McCallum is good. Nora McCallum takes one from downtown. Franklin by 18 again. Fast break for North Attleboro. Player goes down, no call. This is Malinka. She launches the 3, no good. Rebound Fernandez. Kaylee up for Bonacci. 4 seconds to go. McCallum for 3. It's no good. Oh, it would have brought the house down. It would have brought the house down. Franklin with its largest lead of the game. They have it after 3, 46-27.
Great third period here for the Franklin High Panthers, Pete. Again, Franklin managing great defense as well as great offense here to maintain and keep North Attleboro from reaching their side where they could potentially maybe mount a comeback here in the fourth period. But again, Pete, it's going to take a lot to mount a comeback for North Attleboro.
Franklin held North Attleboro to 5 points in that period while putting up 16. That's what the Panthers did in that oftentimes critical third period. Franklin led in scoring by Sasha Tracy with 14. Chloe Fales with 8. Kaylee Fernandez played a strong rebounding game. She's got 2 points. Nora McCallum with 9. McSweeney Kira with 6. And Malamina with 6. The leading scorer for North Attleboro is Amelia Layton with 8, and Ava Pratt has 7. Take a look at the statistics here. Again, Franklin, not a lot of threes, only 4 for 14. 28%. North Attleboro 5 for 13, 38%. But the rebounding tells the story. Franklin now more than doubling up on North Attleboro, 33 rebounds to 16. Franklin forced 10 turnovers in that period. Remember, they had 10 at half. They have 20 now to the North Attleboro Red Rocketeers. It's just
incredible.
a strong, strong team that they're facing in Franklin.
That is incredible, as you mentioned, Pete. And this Franklin team, if they win tonight, which is looking up that way, will move to 9-7. So they will be right above 500. They will be right at the 500 mark if they are 9-7, in a good position to hopefully make a playoff push for this Franklin High Panthers team.
If you finish in the top 32, you're automatically in. And Franklin right now, I believe they're at 26. We'll check that in just a moment. It's Malinka in the paint for Charette. And now a whistle, a travel called again. Yeah, Franklin right now is 23. If they hold that slot in the MIA rankings, they're automatically in. If you drop below 32, you have to have a 500 record. That's going to be tough. Franklin has Worcester South, Wachusett Regional, 2 powerhouses on their lineup. They also have Milford. That's going to be a game that they could win. They could win them all, but the competition is going to get very stiff down the stretch run. That's why this game is so important here tonight.
Absolutely.
46-27. Malamina out deep. Tracy, nice catch. Fails. Tracy in the paint, dishes it back from Malamina. On the right side for Fails. Draws the double team. Baseline. Goes under the hoop. Reverse layup. No. Rebound controlled by Charette. She's been a strong rebounder for North Attleboro. North Attleboro, a young team. 1 senior on the team. Only 18 players on either varsity and or junior varsity. So Coach Capea's got to build the program up, and she plans to for North. Amelia, the drive, and she's going to be fouled before the shot. It's going to be on Franklin. It's on Bonacci, her 3rd, and only the first foul of the quarter against the Panthers. North Attleboro yet to commit a foul this period. This is Charette in the low post. Drops it back on the right wing. A jump shot there by Sweeney is no good. Rebound battle for it off of McSweeney, off of Sweeney, I believe. No, off of Brewer, and Franklin will have the ball. And no more full court pressure by North Attleboro. Bounce pass in the middle for McSweeney, and she loses it. Tipped away by Charette, who's much taller than she. Angling back is Malinka. Yulee, right wing for Sweeney. Pull-up jump shot, no. Rebound, Bonacci. Double team, goes by 3 players. Over to McSweeney. El Bonacci. Chloe fails. There's that double team. Malamina, McSweeney. Tracy dropped the ball. We've seen that pattern here tonight. And the tie-up by Layton. And she's all smiles with Sasha Tracy. I'm sure these players know each other, especially when one of yours is the coach of the other team. I'll tell you a story about that when time permits, about a pasta dinner for North Attleboro. Stay tuned for that one. This is when you don't want to miss this story. El Bonacci for McSweeney. Through the lane, a small space, and misses the layup. Charette, nice rebound. She's been great off the board. Mary Ellen's Charette to Amelia Layton. Cross-court pass. It comes into Sam Sweeney. Sam pulls it up, drops it back down. Brewer, the floater up and good. Olivia Brewer, her first 2 of the game. And it's a 17-point lead with 5:45 to go. Tracy for Fails. Zone defense again. McSweeney draws that double team. Got some space. Bonacci, the floater, up and good. Oh, what a nice touch by El Bonacci. Her first 2 of the game. It's a big one. Back to 19 for Layton on the paint. Reverse layup up and no good, and she's going to be fouled by Malamina. She's going to shoot 2. Foul on Elena. Well, here's the story I want to tell as Amelia Layton gets ready to shoot 2. So every once in a while, the team has a pasta dinner, and there was one dinner planned for the day before the Franklin game earlier in January. Where was it held? Amelia volunteered to have it at her house. And, of course, her dad is the coach of her opponent, but her dad had a game that day, so he wasn't home, and Amelia entertained her teammates at her dad's house her own house, of course.
Well, talking
which was
about
kind
dodging
of
a bullet there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, pretty cool. And Coach Layton was telling me about it. I said, probably a good thing you were away, Coach. The shot there by McSweeney is no good. By the way, Amelia Layton made one free throw, so she's got 9 points now. And a jump ball on the tie-up as going down hard was Bonacci on the arrow. It'll go to North Attleboro. So the pasta dinner was held successfully, and Amelia did not have her dad at that event at Amelia and John Layton's home. On the right side for Fales, little bit of room, she puts it up and in. Chloe Fales used her body beautifully to get position, and this is the largest lead of the night at 20. Tracy commits a foul, third foul of the quarter against Franklin. Under 5 we go. Franklin by 20. They won by 20 first time. This is Pratt. Ava with 7 tonight. For Layton, she's got 9. She's their leading scorer off the bench with those 9. Pratt, free throw line jump shot, no good. Rebound tipped around, comes way out to Layton. Amelia. The sophomore tipped away. She recovers, and a foul on Chloe Fales. Amelia Layton's brother, Jacob, does what you do. He studies media and communications at Quinnipiac. So Jacob, he's a freshman, I believe, at Quinnipiac. And he was involved with public access TV in their hometown of North Attleboro. That's where he got his start in media. Good luck to him. Here's Amelia Layton. Speaking of her, ball is on the court. What a save by McSweeney, but she was falling down, and Amelia Layton helps her up. Good bit of sportsmanship there. McSweeney, she's such a hard-nosed player. Try to get the pass off while seated, I should say. Okay, this is Pratt. That's a 2-point shot. It's no good. Rebound, McSweeney. Does a great job in boxing out. Here's Bonacci. Cross court for Tracy. Down low for Fernandez. Nice dish for McSweeney. Her shot is tipped away. No foul. Nice defensive play by Ava Pratt. 4:02 left in the fourth period. Franklin by 20, 50-30. It was 16-13 after 1, 30-22 at halftime, 46-27 after 3. Out for Sasha Tracy, the leading scorer in the game with 14. Dishes it back. McSweeney will not shoot. Penetrates the lane, lays it up and lays it in. Kira McSweeney with 8. Franklin by 22. Sweeney, cross court for Layton. Back out on the floor. Layton picks it up, drives the lane. Left-handed shot is up and good. Amelia Layton with 11 off the bench. At some point, I think Coach Capello will have to start Amelia Layton. Don't you think, Tyler?
I would agree with that.
But she does provide that spark off the bench. How about 11 points off the bench for Amelia Layton? And Layton, only a sophomore. We'll see her a couple of years. Sweeney, the drive, the block by Charette, and a foul on McSweeney the other way. You see that often. A player gets a shot blocked and come back and commits a foul. For McSweeney, her second, but it's going to be 2 shots coming as Franklin is over the limit. And Mary Ellen Charette with 3 points. She hit a triple early on in the game, and nothing since but a bucket of rebounds for Mary Ellen Charette, a 5'10 junior forward. 3:12 to go. Franklin by 20. In the air, in the basket, nothing but net for Mary Ellen Charette. The lead is 19. 3-point run and counting. Second free throw, that's no good. Rebound, Tracy gets it over to McSweeney. Coach John Layton loves the caliber of his team. Not the biggest team he's ever had, but maybe the most courageous and the gutsiest team. Tracy drives. She called for travel. It looked like there was a hand in there, but they called Tracy for the steps. .21 turnovers now for Franklin. This is Sam Sweeney. And Franklin in a rear zone. A 3-ball by Pratt, no good. Rebound, Amelia Clayton. Sweeney, no good. Rebound, McSweeney. Dishes it up for Tracy. There's the catch. Tracy ahead of the field, lays it up and in. Sasha Tracy on a nice lead pass. She drops it in. Franklin by 19. Just when North Attleboro was making a little bit of noise, it's back to a 21-point lead. This is Pratt for Sam Sweeney. Amelia Layton, their leading scorer, off the bench with 11. Sweeney, Olivia Brewer. Sweeney in the paint, the drive, the shot, no good. Rebound, McSweeney. I don't know how many she's had, but it's a bunch of them. That's why Franklin, they're aided with her rebounding, have a huge advantage in rebounds tonight. Under 2 to go in the game. Top of the key. McSweeney. Looking for cutters, gets it over to Tracy. She'll launch the 3-ball. That is good for Sasha Tracy. 19 points tonight. Franklin by 24, their largest lead. On the left side, right side is Pratt. Back for Layton. She'll launch the 3-ball. That's no good. It rims out. Rebound is strong there. Fernandez comes out with it. She goes down. Up ahead for Bonacci. She calmly slows it down, and Franklin will eat some clock. For Bonacci, for Fernandez. She'll drive the paint, dishes it back. Tracy for 3 again. It's good again. Sasha Tracy has exploded for 22 points.
Pete, I just got one question. When did Caitlin Clark arrive?
Yeah, it does look like her. Sam Sweeney, no. Layton tries to get the rebound. It's going to be off Bonacci, and Franklin's going to empty its bench with 55 seconds to go. Let's get some players in the game. Julia Atwood is in. Fiona Morrison is in. Lila Reagan is in. Sophie Pacheco is in. And we're missing one more. Claire Lakota is in. Layton up and good. It rolled around, but Layton with 13. I think she had 13 in the first game against these two teams. 25-point lead, and the ball is dropped out of bounds by Franklin. It's going to go back to North Attleboro. This is a big, hard-earned victory coming up for Franklin here tonight, helping solidify their playoff picture. Layton for the freshman, Cuzzy. Back from Malinka, and she's going to be called for traveling here. Malinka, Yulia Malinka, the freshman with 3 points. She had a triple in the first period, nothing since. 25 seconds to go. This is Lakota for Pacheco. Pacheco down for Lakota. It's stolen away in there, picked off in there by the freshman Grayson Cuzzy. 12 seconds to go. Cuzzy on the left side for Malinka. Yuli spinning through the lane, gets off the left-hander, no. Rebound nicely there by Claire Lakota, the junior. 2 seconds to go, 1 second to go, and there's the buzzer as Franklin wins it 60-35. It was close for a while. In fact, in the first period, Franklin trailed twice, once by 3, once by 4, and then again by 4 later on. So an early lead overcome. This is what Franklin is all about, Tyler. Gutsy, courageous, just all-out aggressiveness. And by the way, they put up 60 points on the night as well.
Absolutely.
So we'll take a look at some of the statistics, and we'll get your final thoughts on the game here in your debut on Franklin TV. Franklin, remember, they started 0 for 2 from three-point land. Now a respectable 6 for 16, 37%. Attleboro was 2 for 2, and they've dropped down to 5 for 15, 33%. Free throws, Franklin 8 for 15. Attleboro only been to the line 5 times today, and they made 2. Rebounds, 42-23, Franklin. Offensive rebounds, 12-8, Franklin. Turnovers, 23 apiece, so Franklin will need to clean that up. Points off turnovers, Franklin 14 off the 23 North Attleboro turnovers. North Attleboro 7 off the 23 Franklin turnovers. 2-point shooting, this is a key. Franklin 17 for 32, 53%. North Attleboro 9 for 35, 25%. Your final thoughts in your debut here tonight, Mr. Sumner.
Well, it was an overall fun experience. Obviously, the home team coming around with a win tonight, which is a much-needed win, moving them to 9-7 on the season. And Pete, I just want to thank you for allowing me to come on tonight and doing this job. And looking forward to the next time.
Well, thanks a lot, Tyler Sumner. Tyler is a junior at Dean College here in Franklin. We appreciate his coming on and making his successful debut with us tonight. So Franklin, the number 23 team in the state, will probably maintain that, if not maybe nudge up a spot as they go to 9-7 on the season, 9-5 in the league, and North Attleboro 6-12 on the season, 6-8 on the league. Next game for Franklin, and they're going to be away from Franklin for a while. 4 straight road games, and it doesn't get easy. Franklin will be at South High in Worcester on February 10th, at Attleboro on February 13th, at Milford on February 16th, and Wachusett on February 21st. Will they remember how to find this place when it's time to return home?
Who knows, Pete? Who knows?
And for North Attleboro, they will be going on and playing host to King Philip, and that's on the 13th of February. I'd like to thank you fans for tuning in tonight. The leading scorer in the game, Sasha Tracy with 22, Chloe Fales with 10, Nora McCallum with 9, Kira McSweeney with 8, Alina Malamina with 6, Kaylee Fernandez with 2. Balanced scoring for Franklin. The other side of the ledger, Amelia Layton, 13, the coach's daughter, but the other coach, the Franklin coach's daughter, she plays for North Attleboro, their hometown. Ava Pratt with 7, Yuli Malinka with 3, Olivia Brewer with 2, Sam Sweeney with 4, Mary Ellen Schredt with 4, but she was good off the glass, and Katie Corsetti with 2. I'd like to thank my colleague here tonight, Tyler Sumner, our producer, our director, our technologist, Chris Leverone. This is Pete Royce saying so long from the beautiful Franklin High Gym in Franklin, Mass. The final score for the final time tonight.